Okay, yeah, should be up and running. Hello, everyone, yet again. Um, this is it's like maybe 20 minutes after the first stream, the previous stream on making a game, making Gearend. I was making, well, not making Gearend, but rather making a song for Gearend that's going to be the shop theme. As it turned out, okay, everything seems to be working pretty well there. First stream, the previous stream, please don't. As it turned out, I actually have a ton of songs, and some of them actually really work well for the shop theme, and some of them even sound better. So shoot, that actually sounds a ton better, more shop-like and more interesting and just a better song than the previous song I made. Oh well, that is unfortunate. Actually, let me see something. All right, yeah, I think I have to actually do this. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but who cares? It's a good song that I made, and I'm going to go ahead and try to work on actually making a shop. So the theory that I'm going to be operating under, well, actually, I guess I should. Actually, yeah. Let me actually introduce this stream correctly. Hello, SolarLune here. This is a stream I'm doing Sunday. I probably will choose Sunday as the day to do my streams if I want to do it on a weekly basis, because pretty much I don't really do anything on Sunday in particular in the afternoon. So that probably would be the. Oh, I'm sorry. Today's Saturday. Whoops. Yeah. So anyway, I probably would choose Saturday to make my streams, and I'm going to upload these videos to YouTube. And in case you're watching on YouTube, hello, hi. How are you feeling? You feeling good? Feeling good? That's good. What you eating there? Hmm? Oh, that looks good. Can I have a taste? Just put it right through the monitor. Just yeah, I just okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna that's not gonna work. Um, but yeah, in case anyone's wondering, this is a stream I'm making for showing myself making my game Gearend, which is a Metroid-like game in production. I'm making it with the Blender game engine, as you can see by the fact that this is Blender. And I have a ton of things to do and a ton of things done. So good for me, hopefully. So yeah, if you've watched my previous devlog video, some people were mentioning some things like the smoke being too opaque and flashing when it disappeared. I like the effect, but I did see that it kind of was awkward. So I changed that and it made it blend out nice and smoothly. If you watched the previous video, you probably saw, I guess you could say, an acquaintance of mine, Gearend Milovanek. I just butchered his name. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Gordon. Who basically said that basically my game is content based, and it's, you know, I can't just keep making content because it takes a lot of time to do. And he's right. It takes a lot of time to make this much stuff, which is why I'm trying to find different shortcuts to make it easier for me to make levels and things like that. So what I'm basically leading up to is, he mentioned basically I probably should try to repurpose things as much as possible, which I agree with. So instead of making a full-on shop system with things like, you're weird in a good way. Thank you. I appreciate that. And hello, Quasar42. But yeah, instead of trying to make a full-on shop system, like a fully rendered, with dialogue options and stuff like that, I'm probably just going to take the simpler Paper Mario route, where the items that you can buy are just sitting there. You press up to interact with them like you would with any other NPC, and when you do, it kind of gives you a description of the item, and then you can select to buy it or not. And the whole option of buying it or not is just those little dialogue boxes that I've already implemented. So it'll take some time to do, because I'm not super up on how I do the dialogue boxes to trigger the question mark, the question, like the nodding, the prompt. I have to see what exactly makes that work. Just kind of have to remind myself. But that's the idea, is basically you have these little stands where you can see the sprites of the objects that you can buy. You press the button to interact with it. You say whether you want to buy it or not, and it deposits it or sets its variable in your inventory to be acquired or not. So that's the concept that we're going to be working under. Whew. Okay, so let's do the simplest thing first and actually make an area where the shop will appear. So let's do that. We're going to make it in this abandoned building. So we're just going to slide everything over and slide everything here over like that to fit in the new space. And we're going to just duplicate these to make a ground. Like so. We're going to duplicate these to give us some nice area to walk on. So as you can see, I'm duplicating a lot more. Duplicating a lot more now than when I was making Valkian. I'm sure I mentioned that before, but yeah, I was. Oh boy, it was a right pain. It was a right pain to deal with. So this is a lot easier, and I just have to kind of figure out how I want the level to be kind of laid out. So let's go ahead and give it a little skylight like this. Just kind of put a break in the wall. Oops. Delete those unnecessary tiles. And this is still kind of awkward. I'm placing the tiles by hand, but the blocks that you can walk on and interact with, you know, those are groups I'm placing. So that makes it easier to deal with, but the tiles in the background are still kind of awkward to place. But it's still, you know, a lot better than the way I used to deal with it. So I'm still reaping the benefits of the productivity. Okay, so I have to figure out exactly how I want this to work. I'm thinking the shop should be here, that you'll pass on the way through the actual level. To be honest, I'm not sure if I want the shop here, like right here, right now, but it doesn't really matter because I know I will need a shop for you to buy things at. So even if I can't use it in this particular instance here, I can just move the shop somewhere else. When I want it to be there. And this is relatively close to the beginning of the game. You start here, you go through this door. Well, it's not there, but there's a door there. You go through it, and then you go through another. Like you go up some stairs, and then you arrive here. I should check this more often to make sure that I'm not missing any messages. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty close to the beginning of the level. Oh wait, actually probably would be a good place. No, we could put another room here. Where the save room would be. So the first place you can save would be through this doorway. You'll be able to save and continue. You know what? Through this doorway, you'll be able to save and continue upward and come out on a little room up here. So that forces you to save before you continue, so that you don't do something stupid like run through the entirety of a 30-minute, you know, map, get to a point where you can save and die just before that, or something, you know, stupid like that inhibits play. So we'll do something like this. We'll do something like put this up here. We'll put this. Let's move some stuff we don't need here. Let's put this like this. Put this up here and over. So the idea is that basically you can walk out of this little area, or you can drop down back down to this area. So you have to go through to get up. That's the idea. All right, so let's go ahead and just copy these blocks up here. Put these here. We're going to go ahead and just copy this black background to make it easier for us to deal with. We don't need that one. Place this like that, place this like that. We're going to cut this out like so. Cut this out like so, because it's kind of dilapidated. And so I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, as you can see. But it's going okay, working all right so far. Let's see. Right, so you're gonna have to fight both of these top women. Yeah, I guess you'll fight both of them, and then you'll be able to, well, you don't need to fight both of them. That's kind of tough for a player who's just starting. I have quite a few enemies in this area, so that's okay. We'll kind of pare it back on the enemies a little bit because it's kind of a lot. Okay, so you're gonna come through here. You're gonna beat the top woman. Go through this door. It's gonna be a save station where there's stairs or some sort of ability to get up to the next floor where you come out, and then you can go back down or go forward. Okay, that should work. So let's go ahead and make the save station. We're going to make a new map zone. which is a object, a group instance, I guess you could say. Well, yeah, a group instance of an object that I specifically made to allow you to allow me rather to say what map is where and what the map does and things like that. So this is basically just a blank map. We're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to just cut out some ground. This is dirt, I know, I don't care for now. We're just gonna use this to kind of block out our areas. Okay, so it's gonna be a relatively small room, and then it's gonna go pretty much straight upward. So that's the idea. Let's go ahead and replace these. Oops. Replace these blocks with what we actually want to use. Let's see, MP ground metal. I don't really like to use this metal ground piece too much. It feels kind of overused already. So let's, rather than making new tiles, let's go ahead and make, rather use the metal pieces that I already have. That's good. This will work. So it's going to be relatively simple, easy to piece together. Kind of can't think of the word. I'm a little shifty, I guess you could say. Like I'm a little hyper. I'm kind of missing my key presses and stuff. All right, that's the idea. You're gonna appear here. You're gonna go straight up. The map zone. Let's go ahead and go over here, and let me see what the map global game. What the map zone does. Wait. Yeah, it's in here. Here we go. So we have a blank map zone, and it doesn't have a name, and we're going to make it so it doesn't have any BGM either. Yeah, the name is nothing. The background is nothing. We don't want any background for a blank room, and we don't want any background music either. So it'll cut out the music. So you'll have music when you play here. You'll go through here, and then it'll cut out the music because you're inside. Well, I don't think I want to do that. Visitors Center. Let's rename this to outside the visitor center. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to do like all of that to just completely like destroy the ambience. Like I want the music to probably keep going. But obviously, if you're inside, then I don't want anything to appear behind this area. So what I'm going to do is make a new thing. I can call this a tag and say no BG. And then we'll go over here to system. Oh, no, I didn't double click it. And we're looking for BGM. Here we go. Let's see. No. Oh, I already have that. I already have a no BG thing. I solved this problem already. Okay, so no BG is fine. We're gonna use this tag or this area outside visitors. So I have this set up where. Hold on, visitor. There we go. Let me see if anyone's said anything. Seems like you're duplicating so many planes. Does that affect FPS in any way? And your voice is pretty good for recording. Thank you very much, Cynical Sandal. I appreciate that. Seems like you're duplicating so many planes. Does that affect FPS? Well, yeah, it probably would under normal circumstances, but this is a relatively simple 2D game. I mean, there's just not that much drawing on screen, even if like each of these was an individual plane. But in addition, these are actually entire objects. So the draw calls are like the number of draw calls sent to the renderer is relatively low. Like let's say I wanted to make a new. The way I was doing this before was to basically make an entire map tile object and have all of these planes that are map tiles like these. This is a map tile here. And then I would duplicate it for all the background, duplicate it for all of the foreground, different objects probably. But that's the general idea. Whereas the approach now, these are individual objects. So this is slower because, you know, the number of times that Blender draws something is higher. Or rather, the number of times that Blender draws an individual object is higher. So it will run slower than rendering a single object of a million planes. But it, like I said, it's 2D, so it's no big deal. If this were like 3D, then you probably would want to merge it together, which you can't really do in the BGE. You can't merge objects together in the traditional sense like you can in other engines, but that's fine for my purposes. This is a relatively simple game. All right, so where am I? What am I doing? What am I talking about? Okay, that's right. We were making the save area. All right, so let's do. Oh, wait, let me see. Hello, hello. Yes, hello, Indie Rob. Hello. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling well. So what I'm going to do is make a new door here. The door system I have set up uses door codes, which are basically identifications for each door. So rather than trying to like name the doors or anything like that, what I have here is basically each door is an object, and I'm instancing them in using Blender's group system. So that's the same system I'm using to instance in these tiles. So I can say add group instance. I'm sorry, my headphone cord is on my computer. That makes it a little difficult to type. But if I say add group instance, then I have the option of adding any of these objects. And these are enemies, these are objects, doors, the player is a group. And that just makes it easier to like select things and grab them and move them around and stuff, because I'm not just selecting, for example, the collision box of this turret enemy. I'm selecting his eye sprite, I'm selecting his body sprite, I'm selecting his collision box all at once. So it's a little easier to deal with. Right. Oh yeah, so the door object, let me make sure. Okay. The door object is here. It's in a different group. I'm instancing it in. And I have it set up so that I can add a variable called door code on the door object, or rather the group instance, and basically specify what code that door is. So when I go to interact with a door, it like goes to a transition sequence and does some stuff. But the way the door figures out which door to exit out of, it uses the door code. So basically, if I don't have a variable here, it's a door code default value of 0. So it'll look through the scene for any other. Well, first it'll basically see if I have a door SEE property. It'll see if I have that property, and if so, it'll jump to that scene. So I can use that to traverse, for example, this scene, game RD new, to another scene. So once that happens, then it'll look through the scene objects to see if it can find a door group, or rather a door object that has this variable door code. And if it has the same number, then that's the one we intend to jump to. So this is useful because if I had to specify the name, you could see it would be pretty tough to do. You can't change the name of objects in the BGE while the game is running. So like doing like referring to another door would be relatively difficult to do effectively. So this is easy, simple, nice, and easy to do. I think I want to make this a little shorter, actually, a little shorter of a room. The only walls I have are like 4 pieces long, which is kind of annoying. So I have to figure out like all my, that's the basic small unit, which is, it obviously helps when I'm trying to make larger rooms, but it's kind of a pain when I'm trying to make smaller rooms. And I could just make another tile. Actually, I already have a tile there. I could just make another tile that does this for me, like has another thing, but I don't. The only other wall instance I have are blocks, which are basically 2 by 2. So if I want 2 by 2, then obviously this will work fine. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is put this here. That makes sense. Put this here. These are going to be different door codes, so I just have to pay attention to what was the last door code I used, which is 1. So in this example, we have a door with a door code of 0, and up here is another room with a door code of 0. Here's 1 of 1, and down here is 1 of 1. So that's basically how these are tied together. So this will be 2, and this will be 3. And these 2 doors will be over here in this zone, or I'm sorry, in this map. So here's 2 down here, and here's 3 up here. I'm not going to be too accurate with how these doors, like where these doors are placed, but that's fine for now. I have a certain object, which is cloud plat objects, which are basically objects that you can jump through and pass through and press down and pass through as well. So those, or rather these, whatever, however you're going to say it, this is going to be useful for our purposes. So we're gonna put the doors over here. That seems to be good. We're gonna put the platforms here, like so. Right around there, there, and there. And we're gonna make a specific floor for this puppy up here. Kind of span this. Well, I guess we don't need that really. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Trying to see if does that live up to my expectations? is that a solid looking approach? It's not the worst approach. It's not a horrible thing. It's okay. That's fine. Let's add a save station. We'll put that there. Yeah, I guess that's as good a place as any, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so that should be it. This should be a nice little map for us to explore. You go through here, you go through there, you come back, and then this is where the shop will be. It'll be just kind of like a hole in the wall. That's the actual idea I have. It's going to be like a burrowing out of the wall. And in there is going to be like a really small room, like super small, with like boxes and stuff everywhere. And there's a like a little robot dude who I'm going to sketch up and put somewhere. Okay, I've been going for 21 minutes. Okay, so let's see here. This should be good. Let's go ahead and try it out, I guess. Where's the player? Where is he? There's probably an add-on that allows you to find stuff, but I don't know / have that add-on. But it would be really, oh, there he is. It would be really useful to have. So we'll just put this dude right around here. I don't remember what I did with the volume. Okay. Watch it. Okay, alright. It's working pretty well so far. Alright. I can't jump. I can't jump high enough to get up. I can't jump high enough to get up there. Alright, well. Let's say you can use it. What would you like to save? No. Yeah, okay, let's save. It's strange. I thought I remember deactivating the GUI when you use something like that. But anyway, all right. So that works okay. That works okay for now. Let's do a couple of things. Firstly, it's probably too dark. I'm gonna change the default value for the darkness. Secondly, is make a kind of set of staircases like this so you can get up there. Let me do that. Let's see if I can block. Did I have a... We'll put a block like this here to kind of make it interesting and not so blocky. Like that. I guess we could put it also here. And let's get rid of that and just put this like that. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, now, oh, I figured it out what I can do. I can just raise this up a unit so that we have a full complete, there we go, that's far better. Let's figure out what we want to do with the save station. Let's make a slight little extra alcove where you can save. That kind of lets the player know. I'm theorizing basically that putting the save station here will kind of that's interesting. We'll kind of tell the player, yeah, go ahead and explore this little area. It's interesting. Haha, he's too short. Hello, can you? Yeah, he's too short. He's too short to jump it. Hello, can you show the shop sprite? I don't have the shop sprite yet. I'm going to pixel that while I'm working on this. That's right, something else. I need to change the moonlight coloring. And I need to, let's see, so the default lighting, I need to make that a little brighter. But also, oh yeah, I want to make it so that we don't cancel the BGM. So the way I have this set up is if I have BGM none for an area, that basically tells the game stop, like turn off the music. If I don't have any BGM specified, that means that basically I don't care. So whatever's BGM is from the previous area or that's already playing, it will continue to play. So that'll allow me to do things like, kind of make it so that certain rooms are contextual or don't change the flow of gameplay. So, or I'm sorry, the flow of the music. It's not a big deal, but that basically makes it so that I don't have to make like a new map, like a save station area that has the same music as somewhere else and a different background. So basically, I can kind of compose a new map by just ignoring different parts of an existing area scheme. It's not really prone to breakage right now, but it could be. So I have to kind of be aware of how I'm approaching things. Not hello. Okay. Goodbye. All right, so let's see. This doesn't make sense. They can't just be floating in midair. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Let's do something else. Let's make a new little set of tiles in the background that kind of explains how they're being held down. We'll put it down here. We'll delete all of the tiles except for the ones that we're actually going to need to use. And then we'll go ahead and just play something like this. Oops. Okay, so this little guy, what should be the background for these things? I'm thinking like a netting, like this. I guess that's the closest I have to a net texture. That's what we're going to go with. Or wait a second. Let's go with this. Let's see how this works out. So I'm thinking maybe like that. Like a backing to it. No, that is way too repetitive. That's not an option. Although, wait a second. Maybe if I make it darker, it actually would work well. Let's see. Not hello, just trying to make it more awkward. I'm still here. Oh, indie ROM. People want to say CD-ROM, and you just get them right. Trying to make it more awkward. What? CD. Nope. It's indie. Yeah. Thank you very much for making my job more difficult than it is. I'm kidding, of course. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so you probably saw in this little thing, this is my NPC sheet. I have a set of NPCs here. I guess I should have said spoiler alert or something like that, but you can see there's already quite a few NPCs I have pixeled. This is a overseer, I guess you could call him. I think that's it, yeah. He's going to be kind of like the village elder of the village, the first village that you're going to encounter. He's going to basically tell you where to go, and that's where you head off to initially, I guess you could say. There are some different NPCs that do different things, talk about different things. This is the original overseer. I changed that. This is going to be, well, I'm not going to spoil what these guys are or do exactly, but these are different characters as well. And these are just pretty much slightly different versions of the same character. I really like how this dude turned out. I like it. So hopefully I'll be able to make more art like this. It's always fun to make art, make characters and really develop them while you're drawing them and while you're kind of into these really living, breathing, vibrant characters, and kind of like writing what they'll do or what they'll say. Like this was supposed to be okay, let me show you this thing. In objects, I guess I can go into it, or I guess it's enemies actually. There's an enemy, I'll just say it. There's an enemy that's a little floating key. You shoot the enemy and he'll unlock any doors that are in the same room. So like you'll enter a room and the doors will all be locked, and then you'll look around, find the key enemy, shoot him, and then all the doors will unlock. So this is a very, 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 very basic puzzle. Just meant to kind of pad out the experience, not in a bad way, but just kind of provide some variety. And it's not too much of a puzzle, where it's like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Nah, it's pretty basic. So this dude is kind of like that, but he's not a boss. I was going to make him an enemy, but he got too big, and I'm like, well, I kind of want him to be a boss, but then I'm like, well, he's kind of, I want to write him differently. So this allows me to kind of have an interesting character and stuff. Okay, so What am I doing? I am trying to darken this to provide some backing. But it kind of looks awkward no matter what. I'm just gonna go with the netting. I can't really. I don't think this will work for that purpose. So that's okay. I'll just make it this little net texture, and that looks horrible. I'm just gonna make a background here. I'm just gonna make a background that excels or exceeds, or however you want to say it, goes up. That makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot more easy to read, and it's not a stupid look to things. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yep, what happened? Something happened. There's a bug. There's a bug afloat. Is it... For some reason... Wait a second. Let's see if there's a... Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right. I cut out the lighting thing. I cut out that lighting code. Right. Looks better. Thank you. The key to me seems like a lot of animating work. Should be fun. Yeah, a lot of the fun is drawing and animating characters in this kind of a game. So it's fun to kind of think of new and unique characters. I'm not sure if I'm going to animate him too much. I don't know if he's going to be like an enemy or a boss or just an NPC or what. I kind of want an interesting, usual or I guess unusual kind of approach for that enemy or that character. Right, I was doing the lighting thing. Let's see here. So I need to raise the basic light level of the game. This was 1.5. Let's try 2.0 for the outside area and see how that fares for... Yeah, that's basically no difference. Am I sure it's working? Let me see. Okay, yeah, it's working. It just kind of looks weird. Okay, let's see. That's better. That's better. Let's go with what's the default? Let me see what the default light level is. If there's a light, then if light, otherwise, okay, the energy is 0.3 normally. Let's take it up to 1.0 and see how that works. In an area like this. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this is a lot better. Cool. All right, this is really shaping up. Let's make another side. I feel like streaming, as crazy as it is, I'm a lot more productive when I'm streaming because I don't stream much, so this is very new to me. I have to do something like that, I guess. Yeah, this is very new to me. I'm just gonna use these things you can jump on. It's very new to me, and so I'm kind of inexperienced and stuff. But I feel like it's actually making me has made me more productive because I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it for other people to see too. So I can't just play games. Like I have to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing and make interesting approaches and choices on things, which kind of makes it I'm more productive. I'm more willing and trying harder to do things. This shouldn't be here, although it doesn't really matter. Actually, let's move this up here, and this will be for this purpose. So yeah, it's interesting because I'm like making this map, and I'm making a ton more progress and making a lot more of an interesting creation than I really would have otherwise. So I'm happy to be streaming here. Yeah, let's use the metal block there. Cool. Alrighty. This should be up there. This should be here. Okay, yeah, I did that already. Okay, that should be it, I think, for this. I still need to, well, let me check and test it. Does anyone have any insights? The chromatic aberration is too strong, I think, personally. You might be correct. What do you normally do while you work? Listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts. Usually, Veneration X, I listen to music. But since, I don't want to get in trouble. and have any videos taken down or the audio muted from streams by streaming like copyright music and things. I can't really, you know, listen to stuff I would usually listen to while I work, but that's what I usually do is listen to music. So like I listen to a lot of chip tunes, I listen to like a lot of ambient stuff, Monov, I listen to him, I listen to Dub Mood, I listen to Flashy Goodness, I listen to Rise Against, yeah, Safety First, right. I listen to a lot of people, a lot of different genres. Daft Punk, you know, they're good. Oh man, I listened to the soundtrack for oh shoot, I don't remember the name of the game. It's a Japanese fighting game that's that is going to be ported over, I think, to PS3 soon. It's I'm not gonna be able to remember, but I listened to that. I listened to that thing, that song, that thing that no one knows I'm talking about. I listen to that every day. It's a great album. No, I listen to that sometimes. It's a really good OST, but I don't remember the name of the game. So later on, I'm probably gonna find it and link it in the description of the video if this is YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, and otherwise on Twitch, I'll put it on the description as well. I know. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. I listened to that game. Exactly. I listened to that game. Yeah, I know that. I love that game. That game that I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I'll find it. I'll find it. Actually, let me go ahead and make this character not touch me and damage me. She already has a weapon, a gun. It doesn't really make sense for her to also be able to touch me and hurt me. So let me do that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I saw that bug. The scrap went through the wall. I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. Let's focus on the shop because I actually have to. The name of this Twitch stream is like implementing the shop in Gearend or something like that. So I do have to actually at least try to implement it. I can't just be like, oh well, I never got around to it. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, next stream I'm gonna. Yeah, no. I actually have to. I have to at least attempt to make the stream. Make the shop. All right, let me go ahead and do some finishing touches kind of stuff. Just kind of refine this little area here. Okay, so something I notice I see is that it's really dark gray. Like my palette is really dark and really kind of boring. I would like to fix that somehow or sometime. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do, but I'm going to have to do something. Let's make this a little secret area. I'm not sure what I'll put in. Oh wait, I actually have some stuff. Let me do something here. I'll just put something up here so that if you ever get the ability to like bomb jump or something, you can get up here and get whatever's up here. So already this is becoming, yeah, okay, just making sure I only selected this. Already this is becoming kind of a Metroid-like feel. Let me go ahead and add some item. Let me see, I can't remember the name of it. It is energy, yeah, okay, they're chips. I'll put a health chip up here. There we go. I guess I can do something like that. So if you have the jumping ability, you can jump up here. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good little time trying to get up there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's fine for that. So that's a pretty solid place. Could also put something up here maybe, but that's okay. I'll leave that there. All right, so you go through here. I think I want you to pass past the shop. Let's have you walk past the shop and do that. For now, we'll just make a door. Actually, that was a mistake. On the wrong Y plane right there. We'll put a door here. We'll make this door code number 4. Yep. And door code number 4. We'll head to another zone. This doesn't have to be so big. This needs to be bigger. Not that big. There we go. So the way this works is the map zone is kind of like, it just basically is a tag of what area you're supposed to be in. And it has a tag that says map, or a property that says map. And the name of the map is, or the tag that we're using is outside visitor. And if you go to the code here, you'll find in the map info dictionary that same tag. And so that's where our information comes from. And so the way this works is that it's basically a physical object in space, and the camera, or the, I guess the system object, so to speak, casts a ray forward to kind of like where the camera's looking to find what map you should be in. So basically, I just have to make a map zone that surrounds the boundaries that you're going to be playing in, that defines like where the background is, what the music is, all that stuff. So it's nice and easy to implement and work with. Okay, let's see here. All right, that's right. We're going to make another map zone, and this is going to be for the shop. So this is where we're going to actually make the shop. Let's make a new wall. I'm going to make a new object, or a new surface, however you want to say it, for this particular object, for this particular place rather, because I want it to be kind of interesting to look at. Okay, let's see here. So these are my wall objects. This is what constitutes, or what defines the little blocks I've been placing around the game world. Just making sure nobody says nothing. Nobody say nothing. Don't say a word. Don't say peep. Hey, no, hey, shh. No, shh. No, hey, shh. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we need this to be something different, a different tile that looks interesting. Well, let's go with, well, I'm going to make walls out of everything, so I might as well just choose a tile at random, and just go with that one. There we go. This is going to be wall, we'll call this, I mean it's metal, but it's something else. It's kind of a different material. It's almost like an ice cream sandwich, like a, well, I guess we'll call this, well, I don't want to call it wall sandwich, but it kind of is a wall sandwich. It's kind of like, it's supposed to be like a pillars, or, I'm not sure. Hold on. This is supposed to be darker, actually. Like this. Okay, there we go. This could also stand to have a little contrast on it. Extra darker areas, like so. There we go. All right, nice and simplified, I guess you could say. Cool. It's interesting, you know, how much better that already looks. I mean, it's not too much of a difference, but it really does kind of draw the eye and kind of improve the overall graphical style of the object. Let's kind of clean this up a little bit. I think that should be better. There we go. Yeah, so I think it's it just kind of helps the graphics out a little bit. So each time I change the tile set here and save it, I reload it from the image tab just so I can see it. If you save and reload the, or not save, if you reload the blend file, it will also update the image in Blender unless you pack the image. Okay, so this is the wall that we're working with. I'm just going to call it wall sandwich because I don't particularly care. And what's important is that I know what it is over what it's called. And this goes to a group. This is where basically I define what the wall group is to be named, so I can properly identify and add it in as an instance of the group. So all these two little variables are saved. You know, when I add in a group, it works straight away because it's a group instance. So in Blender or in the BGE, when you press play and it's a group instance, it goes ahead and just I guess you could say swaps in, or I guess adds in, the objects that the group instance is comprised of or composed of. Let's see, brick or rusty metal. That actually is, yes, rusty. Rusty, that's good. Rusty. It kind of looks rusty, that's fine. There we go. We're going to add this to the rusty group. So I can just search for rusty. There it is. All right, that is the wall that we're going to be using. Yeah, okay, I guess that's it. I don't think I'll need a block right now, so I'm not going to take the time. I might as well. No, I'm not going to take the time to do it. I don't need it right now. Let's not do it. Okay, here we go. Actually, let me see. Add group. Let's see. Okay, just making sure it's lined up with everything else. All right. All right. We'll comprise the entire room out of these walls. Just make it once again interesting to look at. Actually, I guess I can just do that. Okay. It's supposed to be kind of tight, so let's make it nice and cramped. Yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. Let's do something like this. Yeah, that could work. And then block. Yeah, let's get a block in there. That could work, I guess. Yeah, that's not so bad. It's not great. It's not great, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay, so we're gonna need some tiles. I know that I'm gonna need like boxes and books and stuff. Probably not books, but like boxes. So let's go ahead and make a copy of this background tile thing that we already have. We can just leave this there, just kind of to provide some kind of can't do the word, but just atmosphere. But we're going to need boxes. We're going to need box tiles. So let's go ahead and copy this little orange cube, because that's basically what we're going to need it to look like. Well, not really. It's going to be darker and in the background, but that's the idea. Okay, so you know what? We don't need the orange cube. Forget the cube. We got this by ourselves. Let's go ahead and just start pixeling here, because these boxes are going to be in the background, so they can't be really saturated. Otherwise, people would get kind of confused and think that they have to walk on the boxes and things. And then sadness would be had. We don't want that to happen. So we'll just go ahead and keep things nice and simple. Let's see here. This is my palette that I have. It's not really the best palette. It works okay, but it's not really like, it's not great. It's not, I mean, I guess I shouldn't go on and on about what it's not, but it's not a lot of things. So it's kind of hard not to go on and say, it's not good, because it's not good, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay for our purposes. Let's just make a little cut in the tape like that. This is like the boxiest box ever, but I don't have the time or care level to fight this off right now. We want it to kind of fit. I think I want it to fit. I guess, yeah, we'll put it in here. And it's kind of bright. But, well, it's okay, I guess. It needs to be probably a lighter color. Yeah, I think that, and then maybe, the colors, children, the colors. Okay, this is getting better, slightly better. I think I need it to be, I think that's better, kind of a dark orange. Oh, hello. Hey, SolarLune, you should put giant robot parts around the map, like a giant robot head house. Good idea. And possibly make a town of robots living in those types of houses. Makes it feel like there is a much larger scale of robots that were produced. That is a very good idea. One of the ideas I had for the game actually included like fighting enemies, rather fighting bosses that were like abandoned and kind of like broken and collapsed robots. Like they like kind of like the upper torso of a really huge robot, and so it's already like broken and dying and stuff, but it still puts up a massive fight, and then you beat it and you get one of the parts. That's kind of the idea I had, but it's kind of unattainable for a lot of reasons. Well, not really unattainable. It's just I don't have the time really to implement it. I don't think to the T, but I think I could definitely get it to work. If I really wanted to get it to work. But yeah, that's a really good idea, having the robot pieces around the map, because that kind of gives you, like you said, the feeling of a larger area. That kind of gives you the feeling. I don't know what I'm doing. This needs to be dark because it's in the background. But yeah, that gives you the feeling of a larger area. That gives you the feeling of a larger scale of things. It breaks up the monotony of the terrain. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So maybe like heads and arms and pieces and stuff. Big iron stuff. I have like a wall of junk here, but that's literally just a wall of junk, and it doesn't look good because I think I changed my palette, so that kind of screwed things up. Yeah, this wasn't so monochrome, but anyway, yeah. So let's go ahead and finish these boxes. I cannot seem to get a bead on exactly what the boxes should look like. I want it to. Oh, wait a second. I got it. I think I got it. Okay. I think I got it. All right. That I think I figured it out. It needs to tile for one thing, and the boxes probably need to be like rectangular in shape, and the boxes should be flat. I think that if I do these things, if I'm envisioning it correctly, it should turn out not too bad. Let me see. Let's go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so let's make this simpler and start off with a kind of full saturation box that I can then kind of adapt from there. If it's cardboard, it needs to be darker. I guess it doesn't really matter. It just needs to be a box. All right, so something like that, and then it's split down the middle because it's a set of boxes like this. Then this is the tape. I'm really struggling with with the idea of boxes for some reason. But yeah, it's gonna be like that. So basically, it tiles, and you will have like sets of boxes and things. With that in mind, it should probably be like that. We'll go ahead and do something like this to make the shading a little better. Let's go like this. Kind of make the shading more interesting. That's okay. I feel like this should be a lighter color. Let's go with the lighter color. No, that's not going to work. That's slightly better. It needs to be darker. There we go. Okay, so I'm making some headway on this. Let's go ahead and get a darker color again. Not a huge fan of this dark gray, or I'm sorry, dark green, but it's okay for now. Let's see. Oh wait, there we go. Engage hard edge here. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of getting the idea of and feel of 3D boxes here. So I need to make it, like I said, for some reason boxes are just like completely eluding me as to how they should be shaped and look and everything. Something like that. Okay. Let me test this out to make sure I'm not just going on a wild goose chase. But the idea, I think, is something like this. Okay, that's pretty close. It's pretty close to a box. Yeah, okay. So I just have to develop it. Okay, so when we did that, what was the edge? This edge. Okay, that's the edge that we kind of need to highlight or something. So do something like that, so that when we tile this and place it like that, yeah. Or actually, I guess I wanted it to, yeah, I wanted it to blend. Well, that still looks like different boxes. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. Now what we need to do, if they're boxes, they need to have tape. If it's tape, then it needs to be a different color. These two are supposed to, oh no, they don't meld together anymore. That's right. Okay. We'll make this one span lengthwise or horizontally. All right, that's not bad. Let's make the tape a different color other than pink. No, it needs to be probably more in the orange family. That's better. Let's go with a darker orange for the sides. There we go. Excuse me. I thought I was about to sneeze. Never mind. I felt it. I felt it coming on. I was like, oh, here it comes. Okay. So this is turning out pretty well. Yeah, that's really good actually. Ask Snake about boxes. He seems to be an expert. Oh, you veneration. Ask Snake about boxes. He is an expert. He knows more about boxes than anyone else. Yeah, that's not bad. It repeats a lot, but that's okay. We can always fix it later. Okay, so that should be it. We're just going to copy and paste this over here. Or over, I guess. Yes, yeah, that's okay. That's fine. I try to have this organized in like, these are walls, these are floors. That's the way I kind of try to have it organized, but I kind of broke that already. So I guess that doesn't matter. Okay, so that's our box set, huh? Okay, whew. So the next thing we're gonna do is add a door so that we can get down here. Let's see here, we should be able to do that. Okay, here's the door. Let's Alt D, copy this down here. And here's the door, we're gonna put it here. I'm going to need some room, so let's go ahead and give ourselves a little space. There we go. Put that there. Okay, so his table will be somewhere around here. There's going to be boxes around, and there will be stands like that. So I'm going to need a little more space. Like that should be good. There we go. Right, so table, stand, boxes. Yeah, so the stands, like I said, are going to be basically objects that display the sprite of the object that you'll be able to purchase. Looking at it now, I probably won't be able to do this tonight. It's going to take like another probably 2 hours to get through everything, but that is the general idea. I'm glad I actually did quite a bit. Finishing up this area, adding stuff up there, making that room and this room, and you know, kind of tweaking stuff and changing the lighting. It really, I've been really productive. So yeah. Okay. Next thing I need to do, I do think, so I think I probably should at least try to sprite the shopkeeper dude. And I need to get a table. Let me sprite a table, which I'll be able to just kind of like copy and paste around like this. Just a simple table that you can buy and sell stuff at. I'm gonna make it steel top because that's more interesting. I know it's too dark. This is just kind of getting the idea down. So that's the leading edge. That's the back. This is the back edge. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this is the steel top. Let's make this brighter, like so. That around there. Make this a lighter brown. Right around here. There we go. That is not the color brown that I'm going to use. It's too orange. Let's go for a red or brown. There we go. Have a darker shade this area. And yeah, that's better. I think I want this to be more like wood, but it didn't really turn out that way. Let me see if I can add some shine or something to kind of get the feeling of wood. It just looks like a shiny desk. It doesn't really look like a thing in particular. It really doesn't really look like anything in particular. But that's okay. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Think the shopkeeper will attack back if you aggro him like Splunky. No, you won't be able to steal stuff from the shopkeeper. That's just, I think, more than really necessary. It'll just be kind of a lot of work to implement a stealing system, because the stuff that you can get in the shops are like parts. So you have to actually like sit down, go to a menu, and equip the stuff. So it's going to be a little more, kind of a little simpler to deal with. So I don't think that really stealing it would really work too well, but it's not too bad of an idea. It's just I don't think it would really work well. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think of. Okay. Yeah, I got it. This will be good. I'm gonna make the bottom out of steel. So once it hits this point, it goes and gets basically dark. So yeah, exactly. That's the idea. That looks like a cool counter. Yeah, okay, here we go. Let's add some details. This is the edge. Yeah, okay. That should work. Add some shadow, even though it probably wouldn't exist given how big the screws are. Like they're sitting a good distance out from the surface of the object according to this kind of perspective and stuff, but that's okay. I guess I'll just, oh, these are the same colors. I thought that they weren't. Okay, that's a pretty good little desk. It looks like something that you would really want to check out. Yeah, let's add some kind of greebles and stuff. Yeah, all right. This is pretty good. This is not bad. I think I want to add, yeah, let's do this. Let's add some kind of details here. Yeah, it's okay. Not bad, not bad. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. Let's see. A cool shopkeeper design would be like a soda machine looking guy. That would be interesting, Poisoning Wolf. He could also look like Pepsi Man. Okay, that's actually a good idea. Not actually, like I didn't expect it, but a shopkeeper, a soda machine. That yeah, I was thinking just kind of like a kind of generic, like white blob, like a little white blob, for some reason. But yeah, that actually could work really well. Actually, let me move this over so that this tiles correctly. Yeah, that could work really well because obviously, a shopkeeper or a vending machine robot would be kind of like what you would expect to rule a vending machine. I mean, a vending machine, a shop. Yeah, okay. So that's our desk. I think this should tile correctly. We copy and paste it. I think it will. Let's see. Okay, so good. The good, it does tile correctly. The bad, this area is kind of busy. So let's go ahead and change this. Let's move this little thing to the center and take them out from the edges. Well, it's supposed to be like screws holding in the. Well, it's just kind of big in general. I mean, like what exactly is it supposed to be? I wonder. If I don't know, no one else will. Let's see. Okay, we probably want to remove the shine from here. Otherwise, that looks pretty good. Do something like this to kind of enforce the fact that it's shiny. There we go. Nice. Kind of looks like a coffin, to be honest. But whoops. Oh well. That's good enough. Okay, so that's our table. That's our table. Nice and fairly interesting looking. All we need is just some dude to be there, or a robot to be there for us to buy stuff from or talk to. We won't actually be able to buy anything from him, but he'll be there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to sprite the actual robot that's going to be the shopkeeper. Usually I have a tablet that I use to draw on. It's just over here actually. I guess I can take it out and use it. Let me just... Nah, I don't want to. Well, I guess I can just plug it in and set it up real quick. Because yeah, pixeling with a mouse isn't bad, but then you get used to pixeling with a tablet, and it's just a little, well, significantly easier to use a tablet for me at least. But other people have found, you know, doing things purely with their mouse to be really good. You know, I'm sure there's a ton of artists that just use their mouse and are just beastly pixel artists. Okay, let's see. Is everything still going okay? You're a pixel art speed. No way. I am average. Wait a second. There was more there. Yeah, he dismisses the upgrades in soda cans. Oh man, I kind of do want stuff that you can purchase to come from somewhere now, rather than just floating around. But that's just the easiest way to do things, I think, is to just have them be, you know, basically floating around, and then you interact with them, buy them, and then they disappear. I mean, you know, there probably will be particle effects associated with the disappearing process, but at least that way it's simple, it's easy, it's effective. But yeah, that actually having him dispense them would be interesting. Oh man, my tablet's sticky. Why? Ugh. I guess I shouldn't eat on my tablet. Anyway, okay, let's get pixeling over here. This is gonna be a vending machine robot. Okay. He should probably be considerably bigger than the hero, just to be interesting. He is going to be behind a desk, so the lower like third of him you won't really be able to do anything with. I mean, you know, I won't be able to show. So the pixel, yeah, let's word it. So the thing here comes up. Okay, there it is. Comes up 16 pixels. Okay. So basically, the first 16 pixels we're just going to leave invisible and actually draw above that. So here we go. So apparently, this is I got this tablet. This is a Viz tablet pen pad. I got this for like, I don't know, $40, something like that, off of Amazon. And pretty much consistently, it doesn't do like what I expect it to do. Like, it's never had this click and it creates a ring thing. Like I think it might have had that at some point, but I don't think I enabled it. And I'm almost positive it's never done this. When I press a key, it displays it next to the cursor. This thing is just like it keeps. Yeah, what? I don't even. I have a right. I don't even. I'm sorry, I was getting choked up there. Yeah, it's surprising. It's like it keeps getting new or just different features than what I remember it having. And yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and paint this in. Okay, so this is gonna be a pixel art dude, or I'm sorry, pixel art vending machine. Let's go with green because green is always a nice color. Let's surround it in a light kind of steel color because that seems like what would be on a vending machine. Like this. So you have the front of it. That it's gonna have a bend to it because usually vending machines have that kind of bend. Oops. to the front of them. Just kind of encourage that a little bit. So, oh yeah, I can't see. I almost was making this the entire thing, the vending machine, but part of him is down here below the desk. So, let's go ahead and pixel kind of draw in how the 3D shape looks. Seems a little laggy. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it's displaying the text for the cursor, I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay, here we go. Are you going to add quotes to the shop owner, like no refunds or welcome to my shop? Yes. You'll be able to talk to the shop owner. He'll say stuff individually, but then you also be able to he'll say things when you go to purchase or refuse an item, I guess. Yeah. I like the floating idea. Since your health chip was also floating, yeah, it was. Player association will say floating object equals good. Yeah, that's true. You could have the items displayed, but the guy shoots them out when you buy them. When you buy it. Ah. Could also be because you're a broadcasting recording. Yeah, the slowdown could be because I'm broadcasting and recording. I'd like to ask, did you guys see any slowdown when I was playing Gearend, when I was actually like testing it? Did it seem choppy to you? I know this entire thing's running at 30 FPS because I don't think I have the that's what that is, because I don't think I have the CPU necessary to run 60. But did it seem choppy or anything? And yeah, you could have the items displayed, but the guy shoots them out when you buy it. That's definitely something I could do. It seems like it'd be kind of a lot of work well, a little bit of extra work to do, but it also seems like it would be kind of funny to see. So I'll see about that. I'll have to examine and see how I feel on that. Okay, I'm gonna need to cut that out. Cut this out. I'm trying to like think of or recall how a vending machine actually looks. I know it's got springs, you know, in the little window and stuff like that. The window's probably going to be where his eyes are. So like this is the window where the vending machine shows, you know, your products are in. Yeah, there's something weird about how this is pixeling, how my pad's behaving. Maybe I need to just kind of do something to it. I'll do that later. But anyway, yeah, so this is the window where the products are. It's a little lumpy. Let's fix that up. Well, not too much. We want it to kind of be a little lumpy because that's how it is in real life. And then we probably cut out a little bit like that. We want this to be a darker color like this. Right there. Boom, boom. That means that this can't really be that far out. Let's fix that. Okay, I think this is slowly but surely, I think this is getting more and more like a vending machine. So a vending machine is not something I usually pixel or would think to pixel, so it's kind of difficult for me to like think of what it would look like. But I think this is coming along, yeah. Okay, so let's make this a little bit more round at the top. No, let's leave it like that. Leave it like that. We're gonna assume that basically it's gonna taper off toward the end down here because it has like a, you know, this is where the slot is where you can actually get things from the vending machine. So we're going to go with something like this, or you know what, let's make it a flat face like that. Make this come around like so. Okay, this is getting there, I think. Nice and smooth. Let's make this flat like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Could also, okay, not for me. Looks fine. The music was just loud. Just music was loud to me. It's too loud. Okay. That might, yeah, I might have to that might be because the balance on the actual music setting thing is high. But I mean, like, was the sound too high too, or was it just the music? what is the era and location of Gearend? Is it a different galaxy and solar system? It's actually Earth. What happened is this is kind of like in the future. It's I wouldn't say it's post-apocalyptic, but like all the humans are gone. Well, I have to kind of develop the plot. I don't think that all of the humans are gone from the Earth, but like you're basically in a robotics facility. So all the people and things you talk to are robots, and so they serve different purposes. They were all helpful in different ways back in their day, so to speak. But now they're like the only remnants of humanity. You also being a robot, you also being a remnant of humanity, in that humans created you or designed you. So that's kind of like what it's about is examining what happened to you, or rather, what happened to the Earth. Examining where everyone went, stuff like that. I haven't really designed like the plot to the T, but I have the idea. But then again, if I never hit the plot, that's fine, because the plot could also be just something simple like it kind of is based around you bringing the different parts of the robotics facility back online. It was originally like if you could imagine all of it being tied in through a single kind of control board or control robot, but then those robots that control those different areas went down, and so the central robot, which is the last one awake, you could say, is this one. He lost contact with the other parts of the robotics facility. So that's kind of the plot, is you're going to the different areas in the robotics facility, turning on the overseers for those areas, and then you're gonna get the information that you need that dictates or that tells you what the robot, your robot, the player's robot, is about, like who he is and where he came from and stuff like that. That's the idea. So yeah, that's kind of where it's supposed to be. You could do a story like the movie 9. I saw that movie. It was depressing. It was just the music in the game. You sound perfect. I'm a headphone user, so it could just be me. It was just the music. What about the sound in the game though? Like the gun, not the laser shots, the explosions, all that stuff. Was it the sound and the music, or was it just the music? Because if it was just the music, then I can adjust the music to make it lower in game. If it was the sound and the music, then it's just it being loud, and I need to tweak the settings on OBS or whatever. The story sounds awesome. Thank you. That's the idea. Is I want it to kind of be simple, but also leave a lot of room for exploration and stuff like that. So that means a lot of areas to explore, a lot of things that you can interact with. That's kind of the idea. This is not turning out as well as I would have liked, but it's okay. I can always come back later and change it and tweak it and make it really like sing. But for now, it's okay. I'm gonna try to kind of get the idea of like springs in here, where the actual elements, where the actual can't do what it's called. Where the actual like sweets and sodas and stuff is. That's the idea behind these little things. So we'll see if I can pull that off. It needs to be far darker. And then, yeah, something like this. Yeah, it needs to be just kind of like a really dark, really, there we go. That's better. Like I said, it's okay if it doesn't look too great. I can always come back and just kind of tweak it and make it better in the future. I guess it's kind of weird, actually, now that I think about it. There wouldn't be springs only. There would be stuff in there. There'd be whatever was left in the vending machine. So I'm going to leave this blank for now. Let me think about what would be in there. I mean, there'd be chips and cookies and sodas and stuff, but I don't think I want to pixel all that. So that's okay. We'll just leave them blank for now, and just kind of take the easy way out and just kind of pixel some other stuff, some other details on them. see. I think that's too bright. That's probably part of what's kind of throwing me off here. That green is like super eye burning. That's better. It was sound and music, I guess. Okay, so yeah, it just might be too loud. You could blend the eyes into a logo to have the eyes both inside both O's in logo. It was loud overall comparative to your voice broadcast, so it might have been hard to hear you. Okay, I'll be sure to lower the this. There we go. That's yeah. Okay, that's the desktop sound. Okay, thank you. So yeah, now it should be nice and fairly quiet. I'm not sure what you mean by have the eyes in a logo or both O's in a logo. Blend the eyes into a logo to have both eyes inside both O's in a logo. I'm not sure what O's. It does feel kind of bare. I think, let me see. What can I do to kind of flesh out the face? Flesh it out. Make it a little more detailed, a little more developed. Maybe I don't need to do too much at all. Maybe I can just kind of, yeah, change the proportions a little bit. Yeah, okay, I think this is steps in the right direction here. No, yeah, he just kind of looks like a giant television. He doesn't really look like actually, yeah, let's fix that. It needs to look like what it's supposed to be, which is I can't think of what it's supposed to be. You know what it's supposed to be. It's a vending machine. Ugh. A vending machine. It's supposed to be a vending machine. So I need to do something to at least give the player the idea that this is a vending machine. Even if it's not full, even if it's not detailed, it needs to look like a vending machine. So what can I do to make it look like a vending machine? Like if the name of the company was logo, have both of the robot's eyes be the O's in the word logo. I hope this makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got it. I got what you mean now. But I kind of want to keep a consistent style so that like every robot kind of looks the same in a sense, not like completely the same, but like no, like you get the feeling that they were made at different times through different means with different people, you know, heading them up, but under the same company. So no, like, I mean, you know, having a, well, I guess it would be a logo. The vending machine would be a robot made by another company, not the robotics research facility, unless it was a robot that obviously didn't exist yet or something. The O's, I'm not sure if I can squeeze a logo in, but I'll try it. Let me see. Not sure if I can get a robot, get a logo in here. Let's see, could it, I guess it could fit. Probably spare 1 pixel for each letter to allow me to make that G more effectively. There we go. Logo, okay. And then these would be the eyes. I see what you mean. Yeah. But see, that makes it so that the eyes are either off-centered or the L would be over. So it would have to be a asymmetrical number or an odd number of letters in the name of the logo, the name of the company. So like OGO or level or something like that. But I don't think I can squeeze more than 4 letters on here effectively. So I don't think that would work. So I like the eyes the way they are. I just need to kind of give the feeling that this is a vending machine. That's the hard part. Memories. This is a basic part of making art and making art and making stuff in for games is just trying to figure out how can I really effectively portray and give the player this idea. Oh, I have this set. There we go. Okay, let's see. Need to something a little brighter. Okay. No, that doesn't work. I was trying to give the effect of like a deeper kind of recessed area that's transparent, obviously behind the glass. That actually can work. I think I just need to not do it and just kind of there we go. Kind of give the feeling of the object over actually trying to draw the object. That looks super deep, like a portal or something. That's better. Let's go for a dark color though. There we go. Okay, so then, oh wait, this is the future. A future vending machine wouldn't look anything like our modern vending machines. Of course, that makes things simpler. Okay, so it really could just be like a can of soda or something right here, with like buttons surrounding it. I mean, because it's the future, so it would be a simpler, more digital, more, yeah, that could be like a mustache. Okay. Yeah, that actually could work really well. So, something like this. So here's the two parts, the left and right button. That I mean, well, wait a second. It could be a bow tie actually. That actually works really well. So if this is a bow tie, either it's a touchscreen element like this, which could work, or I could put it on a gray panel below. I think it should probably be like that. Let's move this dude's eyes up a little bit so I can have a little more room to work with. I'm not sure if there should be anything here or not. Maybe I could leave it kind of like this. I think this is better. Well, I don't need to do that actually. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, dispenser slot would be perfect. Too big for company logo in my opinion. Yeah, that if you put the slot between where the soda and chips come out, I think it would give it more of a dispenser feel. Yeah, the dispenser I think would be lower in the object, right? Because you always have to bend down to pick something up when you buy something in a vending machine normally. So if it's behind a desk, the dispenser would be like down here. But this coin slot would be on the side of the vending machine. I haven't drawn that for some reason. That should be like right in here. Right here. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. This is where, yeah, here you go. This is more and more like what you would expect to find on a vending machine. Because we were all being silly and forgetting the basic parts of a vending machine. As though we'd never seen it before. Let's do something to just kind of push this out three-dimensionally. To kind of give the idea and effect. That's pretty good, I guess. That's good enough for now. That's good enough for now. They probably wouldn't have like, yeah, they probably would have credit cards. So that's fine. All right, I think this is getting more and more like what you would expect to find. This is the future, so we're just gonna go ahead and say that this dude is like an artificial intelligence made to be friendly. So we're gonna give him a face. He already has eyes. Let's go ahead and just give him a face because he's a shopkeeper. So he's gonna try to be friendly, try to sell you stuff, try to be amiable. and likable and popular, so to speak. Try to be nice, all that stuff. Yeah, I think this is turning out well, actually. Yeah. All right. That's not bad. Let's do something to give this an inner side that you can see here. But it needs to be darker. Yeah, it shouldn't distract the eye so much. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. I mean, it kind of gets the job done. He looks so cute in a good way. OGO, oil to go. Having fun seeing you so challenging. Yeah, it's challenging. Yeah, I think it turned out better than I expected when I started. If you this will go up on YouTube, so you'll be able to skip through everything, and when you actually go to look at it, you'll be able to see like, man, he was really having trouble on that 30-minute to 1 hour mark. He was just struggling trying to think of a design for a robot or for the vending machine. But I think that it turned out like something that fits in the universe and that would make sense in this universe given the information that you have about the human race at this point. How it's kind of super advanced and super detailed and super everything. And so obviously they would have stuff like this that we would never have in our society. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad at all. Not bad so far, at least. Let's see. I feel like this could be like a fold out something. I don't want to overcomplicate the design though. Maybe like a handprint scanner or something. Like what would be here? I feel like something would be. Like something that like he could wave it. Like he could wave it up and down. Yeah, what would a handprint scanner? I'm kind of reluctant on that because, well, yeah, I guess if you don't have a credit card, yeah, I see. You don't have a credit card, but it could be something that you could scan your hand and it be automatically charged to your account. Like you never lose your credit card because it's your skin. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I like that idea. I think. Let me see. I have to kind of refine it a little bit. Find the graphic. Yeah, I need a darker color for that. I can't do that with this. Let's see. I need a lighter color for that. I can't do that with this. That's better. There we go. So he has these little pads that he can excitedly flap when he tries to sell you something. At least that's the idea. So I mean, I might not animate that, or I might take this out, but I think that that's kind of cool. It's kind of like something that would be on this character, and that kind of I think I could work. Let's see. You can wait. Hold on. Maybe you're thinking too into this. Yeah, probably so. Then it would look like he's always waving me hello and goodbye. Yeah, you could steal it with sword. I'm not. I don't. I don't think so. I don't think you could steal the handprint scanner with a sword. But yeah, that's. I mean, you could say I'm thinking too much into this, but I mean, I think that overall, it kind of was necessary when you look at how far it came. I think that looking at where it came from, it's like, well, what was this guy even supposed to be? 40 minutes ago, he looks like a refrigerator. I mean, just hardcore. He looks like a refrigerator, and then but then as it gets more developed, and as he kind of gets a personality, you kind of see what he's supposed to be and how it's supposed to work. And I think that's a good example of how character design works, or should work, I guess. Is that I'm pulling stuff with my cord. The handprint scanner is probably unnecessary, but but as you define and design your character, it gets more and more, realized. That's quite the time lapse. Yeah, that's how it works. You just a little bit at a time, and then eventually it gets nice and detailed, and everything's as pixel perfect as it can be. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and give him some shine here. Just kind of refine that a little bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, okay, so there's the desk. There's the shine and stuff. I mean, he looks like an amiable fellow. Like something you would like to buy from him. Like something you would like to buy from. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. Unfortunately, I don't have the willpower to press on and actually code in this dude and the shop and stuff. So this will be part 1 of making a shop in Gearend. Yeah, and next time, the next stream I make or do, I guess I'm going to go ahead and show that process of making and coding in the shop and getting it to work. Alrighty, well, I think this should be it. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks a ton, actually. I really do appreciate it, and it's been fun streaming and making stuff. I made quite a bit, and I'm happy with the outcome of pretty much everything that I've created here. I appreciate it. I hope you liked to watch it as well. And like I said, everything's going to be going up on YouTube for you to be able to peruse and enjoy at your leisure later. All right, well, that is basically it. I've been SolarLune. This has been the Gearend devlog stream, I guess you could say. Thank you very much for watching. See ya. Oh wait, if you have any questions, yeah, go ahead and ask it. I suppose only thought is get rid of the buttons and put the scanner in its place. No one needs buttons when you can talk to the machine. That's true. I hadn't thought about that. The buttons don't make sense. Because he's got a face. Of course. Thank you very much for that, actually. Well, I mean, it could always be a manual override. Let's say that it's a manual override. And in case he shuts down, then you can still get your cheese puffs. And we'll just put a panel there that you can flip up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good job on the game. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to have a more scheduled stream. Love this. All right, I'm glad that you liked it. Saturday is probably a good day. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday evenings. I'll have a stream going. It's easy to... I'm getting better at just kind of setting it up and jumping right into it. Keep pulling my headphones. I'm getting better at just setting it up and jumping right into it, and hopefully I'll be able to really get more used to it and have music playing in the background and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to keep it up and have more scheduled and regular streams. Yeah, so I probably will be able to. But of course, it all depends on what kind of goes on, my circumstances at the time. Alrighty, well, yeah. Oh yeah, any other questions? Saturdays are perfect for me anyway. Love listening to you. Thank you. Yeah, Saturdays are probably gonna be the day, like a weekend or something, so that most people who are just at home not doing nothing, they can go ahead and watch if they feel like it, or watch later, like I said, on YouTube if they feel like it as well. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching once again. I've been SolarLune, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up development and make something cool, and indeed implement this little dude, or rather large dude actually, into the game. Alright, see ya. Peace.